Good, happy Thursday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Tractor-Trailer Rollover on I-93 in Manchester. All lanes back open. A tractor-trailer rolled over Thursday afternoon on Interstate 93 South in Manchester. The tractor-trailer rolled over just south of the lower intersection of 293 split about 1:10 p.m. Multiple lanes were closed, according to New Hampshire DOT officials. By 2:45 p.m., all lanes were opened and the crash was cleared. Traffic was backed up for several miles after the crash. There was no word on any injuries. And here's a photo of that backup and the crash. Take a look. We will keep you updated if we get word on injuries or anything like this, if we get any more information about the crash. Three officers on leave, mother, daughter accused of stashing DERs for inmates. A mother and her adult daughter are accused of distributing drugs in a Massachusetts Superior courthouse. 3 court officers were placed on leave pending the result of the ongoing investigation. Christina Lanzovi, 54 of Norwood, and Tanisha Lanzoni, 25 of Dorchester, were arrested by Massachusetts State Police on Wednesday, said Plymouth County District Attorney Timothy Cruz. They are accused of distributing heroin at the Brockton Superior Courthouse. Neither woman had an official role at the courthouse. According to a police report, investigators first learned of the smash to smuggle narcotics to prisoners through intermediaries at the courthouse. Officers said an inmate had arranged to have the woman stash the drugs behind a railing inside an elevator where the inmates knew there was no surveillance cameras. A covert camera was installed by the investigators, the report said. It recorded Christina Lanzane riding the elevator on November 8th, looking around, and then using her cell phone. During her second ride on the elevator, she returned for a second ride. The report said she was seen taking something out of her shirt and placing it behind the railing. An inmate entered the elevator 2 minutes later with an officer, and surveillance showed the inmate moving the drugs into his pocket. Over the following days, the investigators said they monitored communication with the inmate, who said they should do another transaction on November 15th. This time, the inmate wanted the drugs hidden on the other side of the elevator. The camera recorded both mother and daughter in the elevator on Wednesday. The elder Lanzane again hid the drugs behind the railing, the report said. This time, Tynesha Lanzane rode the elevator alone, while her mother went to the lock-up on the second floor. About 30 minutes later, an inmate riding the elevator retrieved the drugs. He later asked to go to the bathroom, where he hid the contraband in his buttocks, the report said. When the inmate was confronted, he admitted to collecting the hiding package of heroin, the report said. Wednesday afternoon, officers said and troopers found the mother and daughter in Norwood. They noticed that Tynesha Lanzane was loaded against prior to her arrest, which was restrained. The Lanzane faced charges including distributing of heroin, conspiracy to violating Controlled Substances Act and delivering an article of drugs to prisoners, Cruz said. Mother and daughter pleaded not guilty on Thursday at the Brockton District Courthouse and were released pending their next hearing in January. Cruz described the investigation as active and ongoing. 3 unidentified officers of the court were placed on administrative leave pending the result of the investigation. We will keep you updated on this story. Man leads troopers on chase with daughter in vehicle, police say. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 in Maine.
A Biddeford father facing charges after allegedly leading police on a chase, crashing on the turnpike, and then running off, leaving his 2-year-old daughter behind in the car. The girl was in a car seat and was not injured. Troopers found her still strapped in after the airbags deflated. 25-year-old Michael Messier is charged with eluding a police officer and violating bail.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Now let's take a look at your stock market and see how your stock market's closed for this evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your S&P 500 Index closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. RUSS 2K closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the red and went down. Dow surges 187 points as Walmart jumps. Costco leads Nasdaq to record close. U.S. equities rose on Thursday, rebounding from consecutive declines following strong quarterly results from Walmart and Costco symptoms. Wall Street also cheered a key vote on tax reform. Capitol Hill reacts to Al Franken allegations. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Right before we went on air, Senator Al Franken was accused of sexual misconduct by sports commentator and model Lee Ann Tweeden, who claims he kissed her and groped her without her consent on a USO tour in 2006. I mean, you hear this and you keep going, so where else? Who else is going to get hit by this? This is like
disappointing to hear this about Al Franken. Yeah. I cannot back. You know, he's a very funny comedian. Yeah. He was during this time.
Yeah.
He's a senator from Minnesota. He's a great advocate for women. And other, you know,
supposed to be the
lion of the Senate. Mean, it's just so disappointing. But, you know, men of all different stripes are out there doing crazy
just want to interject. I know Leanne Tweeden, the woman accusing him, very well. We do the Achilles race together. She is deeply dedicated to the military. She's a former Playboy model. Her husband is in the Air Force. Her father's a veteran. I know few people I would name on a short list.
Okay, and there you go on some of that video on The View. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another newscast. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.